So I apologize because I'm feeling a little bit sick, but I decided to teach myself to code. And I decided to choose Python because it's a new language and it's used. And so I downloaded Python and been practicing, doing some practice myself. Wrote a few codes, as you can see on my videos on YouTube. So why did I decide to go and teach myself some coding? One, I like coding. I remember back when I went to college in Puerto Rico. It's back in the 90s, 94, 95. I had to take a class in computer programming as part of my requirements for graduation. It was required. Even though I was in chemical engineering, I had to learn to take a class in computer programming. And you know what? In chemical engineering, if you know how to program a computer, it will be super useful. Um, and I enjoy the class, but also I like playing Dungeons and Dragons. I like playing video games. So there are other things that I couldn't do back then because I was focused on just passing the class, and my homeworks were very specific. But I got an A in the class. I did okay in the class, and I enjoyed the class. The program that we used was Fortran 77. I don't think anybody uses Fortran 77. I don't know. I think C was just coming out back then. Didn't existed. Now I have C++ and we have Python. So I decided to teach myself how to do program in Python, and um, and again, the thing is it's useful. So I have already written some code. I wrote one for parallel circuits, and even when I graduated from college, from my master's, I did program, but I used Matlab to program because Matlab features certain things that Python, I don't think it has, because I had my project involved some. It was sequencing batch reactors, and you have to integrate, and it was a derivative and all that kind of stuff. It was a partial differential equations, and MATLAB was the only program that could solve that that equation. So so I used MATLAB for my final project. So I wrote code to graduate and get my master's degree because I didn't have money to do experiments. So I wrote a code and I did what my advisor calls sensitivity analysis, which you can do, which pretty much is like, okay, what happened if I change the numbers here and here, or what happened if I have this value for this system, and you do simulations of things that could happen in real life. Doesn't mean that that's the way that it's going to happen in real life. Probably not, but it will give you an idea of what you could expect in the field. So I enjoy writing code pretty much. So I decided to write other type of code, and because I took an electricity class, the first code that I decided to write was about how to calculate torque resistance in a series circuits, and I did that. And then I did the one for parallel circuits because those are easy examples, at least in DC current. When you get to alternating current, it might be a little bit more difficult and more tricky, but I did that. And today I did one for if I want the computer to pick a random card from a deck of cards without jokers, because I wanted to try and see if I could write that, and I was able to write it. And it makes me feel super smart, even though I work in a ridiculously low-paying job as a cashier. I know how to write code, and I like that. I've been teaching myself something different, something new, and will I ever use Python? I don't know. In a job? I don't know, but I'm learning something, and I'm developing other skills that are actually valuable too. So I will continue learning Python, and I will continue doing more programming. I think one of the things I want to program Python to have like a game where you make decisions, like a choose your own adventure game. What would you do if you want to do this? Press 1. If you want to do this, press 2, or something like that. I don't know. I'll come up with something silly. It will be like a simple game, just to entertain myself and say, hey, I did this. Anyway, that's how I got, and we'll see how far I go in Python. But class have not started yet, so I'm trying to see how I'm going to pay for tuition. But for now, I'm having fun learning Python. Bye.